What's up, family? Thanks for stopping by. Today, I want to talk about some conversations that I've been having with students and colleagues about an all too common phenomenon we've been experiencing: burnout. What I found interesting is that sometimes we're the ones unknowingly fueling this burnout. Sound familiar? If you find yourself nodding, stay with me because I'm going to share some methods that have helped me prevent burnout, and I hope they can help you too. Imagine this: you're running a marathon, breezing past every mile marker, your eyes set on experiencing the feeling of crossing that finish line. But as the race continues, you realize there's no finish line in sight. You're out of breath, almost ready to drop. That's life for you sometimes, right? I get it. Many of us are always trying to reach the next goalpost, and without proper checks and balances in place, it feels like we're running a race that doesn't seem to end. So today, let's see how setting boundaries can prevent burnout and not feel guilty about it. The question I want you to think about is, have you found your personal space bubble? Learning to create healthy boundaries can be a lifesaver, stopping us from spiraling into the pit of burnout. But what does healthy boundaries even mean? It sounds kind of fancy, right? Just imagine boundaries as your personal space bubble. It keeps the demanding world at bay, giving you the peace and space you need to rest, grow, and flourish. Prioritizing filling your cup with the things you need to function at a high level. These are the ground rules we create to make sure we're not biting off more than we can chew. My grandma used to always tell me, do whatever it takes to fill your cup, because you can't pour into anyone with an empty one. Now, let's move on to mastering the art of saying no to protect your yes. Have you ever caught yourself saying yes to something only to regret it later? You're not alone. We've all been there. It's super easy to agree to do something in the moment, but what we often forget is that every yes we give takes time away from something else. That's why mastering the art of saying no is so crucial. Think of it like this: saying no is actually a way of saying yes to something more important, something that truly matters to you. For example, I would bet that you're that ambitious student always hustling and trying to make things happen for yourself. And you have that one friend, that friend that always waits until the 11th hour to start assignments and ask for your help on a last minute project. That one that's due tomorrow? Yeah, that one. Now, you could say yes out of friendship or fear of being seen as unhelpful, but agreeing means you'll have to skip your planned study session for a major exam coming up. Now, what if you decided to say no to the last minute project help and yes to your own study time? It's not about being unfriendly or selfish. It's about respecting your own needs and priorities. Saying no to others sometimes means saying yes to yourself, and that's totally okay and necessary. By protecting your yes, you're allowing yourself to focus on what really matters to you, whether it's your academics, part-time job, or some much-needed downtime. Aren't you worth it? In case you didn't hear me, aren't you worth it? I see college students and young professionals always trying to juggle a million balls in the air for fear of missing out on an opportunity. I feel you. I do it too. Sometimes it feels like a circus act that never ends. Between coursework, jobs, internships, family, and social life, it can feel like you're swimming against the tide in an ocean of endless tasks. So let's talk about how setting boundaries could be your life jacket in those choppy waters. Say you're a college student juggling a full course load, a part-time job, and an internship. Your to-do list looks like an endless roll of toilet paper, and you can't see where it ends. Sound familiar? Now here's what setting boundaries will look like for you. For example, you could talk openly with your professors about your workload. Maybe you could discuss extending a deadline or ask for guidance on how to best prioritize your assignments. You could talk with your manager about your work hours at your part-time job. It could be as simple as stating, hey, listen, I can't take on any extra shifts during midterms and finals weeks because I need time to focus on my studies. And here's the play. You turn off your school and work notifications during personal time. That means no work or school emails popping up while you're at the gym, catching up on your favorite show, or spending time with family or friends. Imagine the peace of mind that would bring. Sidebar. Do not disturb or focus mode on your phone will be clutch in these moments. Trust me, it works. I do it all the time. Boundaries are about creating an environment where you can be your best self, whether at work, school, or home. So now that we've established why we need boundaries, how can we set them up in your own life? Well, here are my top 10 tips for creating healthy boundaries, whether it's in your personal life or at the office. Number 1, know yourself. Understand what's important to you and identify what you can and cannot handle. Number 2, speak up. Let others know what your limits are. Make sure they're clear about what you can and cannot do. Number 3, be steady. Stick to your boundaries so others know you're serious about them. Changing the rules can lead to confusion and cross lines. Number 4, master the art of saying no to protect your yes. Learn to decline requests without guilt or feeling the need to give a lengthy explanation. This can keep your schedule manageable and stress levels low and leave you more room for you to say yes to the things that matter to you. Number 5, seek balance. Regularly check if you struck a good balance between work, relationships, and taking care of yourself. Number 6, respect your time. Set specific times for work, personal activities, and chill out moments to avoid being swallowed up by any one thing. Number 7, self-care is key. Always prioritize your physical, emotional, and mental health to ensure you have the energy and resilience to stick to your boundaries. Number 8, find your squad. Connect with people who respect and encourage your boundaries. Number 9, stand your ground. Be prepared for pushback and know how to respond confidently. Number 10, stay flexible. Review your boundaries periodically to make sure they still align with your needs and values. Make changes as needed to maintain balance. In our hustle and grind culture, we're encouraged to grab every opportunity from internships to work projects, all while keeping up an exciting social life. However, trying to keep up with all this activity, we risk neglecting our own well-being. Setting boundaries is not about limiting ourselves, but consciously deciding where to invest our time and energy for a balanced life. It gives us the power to ride life's roller coaster with grace and self-assuredness. So go ahead, establish your boundaries, and see how you shine. Your dreams, relationships, and the impact you have on others will thrive. I promise. Embrace these boundaries as a part of your journey and master the art of saying no to protect your yes so you can create a beautiful, unique, memorable, and above all, balanced life. I'll work on it too, so we'll do it together. Cheers to setting boundaries and loving it. Talk to you soon. Much love, Dr. J.